Welcome back, everyone. Now put the kettle on, get comfy, because today we're diving into a right royal rumble of a topic: high achievers. You know the type, always winning awards, writing bestsellers, generally being annoyingly brilliant. But what makes them tick? What do they all have in common? Let's find out, shall we? Right, first up, we've got to talk about vision. And no, I don't mean the ability to see without your specs. High achievers, they're like those annoyingly organized people who turn up at the airport with their boarding passes printed out 3 weeks in advance. They know where they're going, they've got a plan, and they've even packed snacks. And it's not just some vague notion, oh no, these visions, they're crystal clear. Like, if you asked them to draw you a picture of their success, they wouldn't be sketching stick figures on a napkin, they'd be whipping out the oils, the canvas, the whole 9 yards. And then they'd probably sell the painting for a fortune because, well, they're high achievers. But it's not enough to just have a vision, is it? It's like having a gym membership. You've got to actually use it. And that's where goal setting comes in. These folks, they break down their grand plans into bite-sized, manageable chunks. Think of it as a recipe for success, with each step clearly laid out. Now, I'm not saying you need to plan your life down to the millisecond. That's just madness. But having some milestones along the way, that's just good sense. It's like having a sat-nav for your life, keeping you on track and stopping you from getting lost down some dead-end road. And here's the thing about goals. They don't have to be massive, life-altering things. Start small, build momentum. It's like training for a marathon. You don't just jump off the sofa and run 26 miles. You start with a brisk walk to the fridge, maybe a jog around the block. The point is, high achievers, they understand the power of small steps, of consistently working towards something. They don't get disheartened by the journey because they're focused on the destination. And that, my friends, is the first ingredient in their secret sauce. Now, let's talk about resilience, shall we? Because let me tell you, the road to success, it's not paved with good intentions and fairy dust. Oh no, it's more like one of those obstacle courses they make you do on reality TV shows. You know, the ones with mud pits and walls and people dressed as gladiators chasing you with foam bats. High achievers, they've all taken a tumble or two. They've tripped over hurdles, face planted in the mud, probably even had a run-in with a foam-covered gladiator. But here's the thing, they get back up. They dust themselves off, crack their knuckles, and get right back at it. See, they understand that failure. It's not the opposite of success. It's a bloody stepping stone. It's a chance to learn to adapt, to come back stronger. They're like those inflatable punching bags you see in kids' toy shops. You punch them, they fall over, but they always pop right back up. And it's not just about bouncing back from the big stuff either. It's about those everyday setbacks, the rejections, the disappointments. The bad hair days of life, if you will. High achievers, they don't let those things derail them. They take it on the chin, have a little cry in the bathroom if they need to, and then they keep going because they've got this unshakable belief in themselves, you see. They know that they're capable of amazing things. Even when the going gets tough, they're like those little wind-up toys. You know the ones? You wind them up, they bash into a wall, turn around and keep on going. So the next time you're feeling a bit bruised by life, remember those high achievers. Remember their resilience, their determination, and then channel your inner inflatable punching bag because you, my friend, are capable of amazing things too. All right, buckle up, buttercups, because in this corner we've got continuous learning. And let me tell you, high achievers, they're like those friends who are always reading some intellectual book on holiday when you just want to discuss the cocktail menu. They never stop learning, never stop growing. It's exhausting, really. They're like sponges, these high achievers, soaking up knowledge from every nook and cranny. Books, podcasts, documentaries, you name it, they're consuming it. They're probably even reading the dictionary for fun at this point. And it's not just about formal education, darling. No, these go-getters understand the importance of learning from every experience, every interaction. They're like those annoyingly observant friends who remember every embarrassing thing you've ever done. They see the world as one giant classroom and they're eager students. They ask questions, they challenge assumptions, they're constantly trying to expand their understanding. Honestly, it's like having a walking, talking Wikipedia as a friend. And here's the thing. Continuous learning, it's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about staying relevant, staying ahead of the curve. In a world that's changing faster than a chameleon in a disco. They know that the only constant is change itself. So they embrace new ideas. They're not afraid to step outside their comfort zones. They're like those adventurous eaters who'll try anything once, even if it looks like it should be served with a side of penicillin. Because they know that the more they learn, the more they grow, the more they can achieve. It's a bit like a software update for the brain. Really, you wouldn't want to be stuck with an outdated operating system, would you? Now let's dish about networking, shall we? Because let's be honest, sometimes it feels a bit like a competitive sport, doesn't it? But high achievers, they seem to navigate this world with the grace of a swan and the cunning of a fox. They understand that building relationships is like investing in a really good pair of shoes. It takes time, effort, and a bit of polish, but the right connections can carry you far. They're not just collecting business cards like confetti, oh no. They're building genuine, mutually beneficial relationships. Think of it like a delicious cocktail party, darling. High achievers, they're the ones working the room, charming everyone with their wit and wisdom. They listen more than they speak. They ask insightful questions, and they always remember people's names. And they're not afraid to reach out, to offer help, to collaborate, because they know that success is rarely a solo act. It's about surrounding yourself with the right people, the ones who inspire you, challenge you, and lift you up. But here's the thing about networking. It's not just about what someone can do for you, it's about what you can do for them. It's about giving back, paying it forward, and spreading the love. So the next time you find yourself at a networking event, don't just hide in the corner with a glass of lukewarm Chardonnay. Channel your inner social butterfly, darling. Strike up a conversation, make a connection, and you never know where it might lead. All right, lovelies, it's time to talk about the ultimate buzzkill: time management. Now, I know what you're thinking. Graham, darling, time management, isn't that a bit, well, boring? But trust me on this one. See, high achievers, they understand that time is the one resource you can never get back. It's more precious than diamonds, more valuable than a winning lottery ticket. So they treat it with respect, darling. They don't squander it on endless scrolling or binge-watching reality TV. They're masters of prioritization, these high achievers. They know how to separate the wheat from the chaff, the urgent from the important. They're like those friends who can pack a suitcase for a 2-week holiday in 10 minutes flat. They're organized, efficient, and they don't mess about. And they're not afraid to say no, darling. They know their limits. They respect their boundaries, and they don't overcommit. Because they understand that saying yes to everything means saying no to something else, usually something important like sleep or sanity. They're also big fans of delegation, these high achievers. They know they can't do it all, so they surround themselves with capable people, and then they trust them to get the job done. It's like having a personal team of minions, but without the evil overlord vibes. So if you want to achieve great things, darling, you need to learn to manage your time effectively. Set priorities, establish boundaries, and don't be afraid to delegate. Remember, you've got the same 24 hours in a day as Beyoncé. Make them count. So, there you have it, my darlings. The secrets of high achievers laid bare for all to see. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a goal-setting, resilience-oozing, networking ninja overnight. But hey, a little inspiration never hurt anyone, did it? Thanks for joining me on this whirlwind adventure into the world of high achievers. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more juicy insights and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious, stay fabulous, and remember, you're capable of amazing things. See you in the next video.